All right, we've got a midweek blog post, which is outlining the second half preview, even though it's in October. But it's a welcome post. There's some good things in here, including a new way of retreating in raids where it doesn't cost energy. We're going to get to that. That's towards the end in the QOL section. But it pretty much outlines that Archangel is going to be the fourth horseman and that his Scourge is going to come in patch 6.6. Let's read it. How is it October already? Well, let's get into it. Twice per year, Boundless Entertainment, a Scopely Studio, the development team behind Marvel Strike Force, gets the opportunity to share some of the exciting content features we are working on that you'll see in the coming months. Please note that everything you read here is subject to change prior to release, of course. The Apocalypse Saga list continues. This has been an exciting year for the team, flexing our creativity and building new technology for the Scourge events and sagas. Being a bit more halfway through the epic, the team currently heads down designing what remains to be seen in the Apocalypse Saga, and it's always going to it's going to come to a head in 2023. I know that they had said that it was going to be this year, but I'm okay with it being, spring of next year or whatever when the final saga is revealed. And the journey to Apocalypse nears its climax. Today, we get to add a few more pieces to solve in the puzzle. So I'm okay with this. I think we had kind of mapped it out and realized that there just wasn't enough time this year to get everything done. I think that was pretty obvious to me early on, so they're just finally acknowledging it. The fourth horseman. We're thrilled to announce that the fourth and final horseman of the saga will be none other than the powerful mutant Archangel. More details coming in the near future about his kit, but for now, look at his wingspan. Okay. Death Scourge event. So they're going to add Wakandans to this, and we're going to get 2 new Wakandans. Probably those 2 are going to be the optimal ones. The Death Scourge event is expected to arrive with the release of version 6.6. So we're currently in version 6.4.1. So this will not be next patch. It'll be the patch after. So that puts us out 2 to 3 months. All right, we'll see how that goes. So the Death Scourge event is expected to arrive in version 6.6. Barring interference from supervillains. With it will come new Scourges for a fresh challenge to flex your theory crafting muscles. Similar to Scourge events, there'll be a new trait requirements for difficulty 5, nodes 5 and 10. We previously announced that Bionic Avenger is the first trait, and today we're excited to announce that the second and final trait, look at that, second and final trait is going to be Wakandan. Now, that is very player friendly. I believe a lot of people have the original 5 developed. The only catch here is that there are going to be 2 new Wakandans, which we're going to read about a little bit here, where we have screenshots of them. So no kits or anything like that. The kits have been leaked already, and there's a video, I believe Tana made a video about what the kits are going to be. There are currently 5 playable Wakandans, but they're about to get some reinforcement, new characters. By now, we're sure that most of you have seen how Marvel Strike Force bolsters many of the biggest events happening in and around the grander Marvel universe. We will continue to support these big beats to ensure that you're connected to the heart of Marvel. And one such example is the forthcoming release of 2 new Wakandan characters, Nakia and Black Panther, and I think that's 1 million BC, will be announcing their full ability text very soon. But today, we want to give you the first look at their character models. All right, so there we go. We've got Black Panther, 1 million BC, and then we've got Nakia with her rings, Cosmic Crucible. This feature was initially launched back in version 6.1 with the intention that additional revisions or improvements would follow. Then in 6.3, leagues were introduced, and we're happy to see increased participation and interest in the game mode across the board. They forced us to, but it's okay. With these early successes and encouraging player feedback, we're committed to making Cosmic Crucible the premier 1v1 player versus player mode in the game. Several improvements are currently being discussed for 2023. I'd like to share some of the proposals with you today. History panel, practice mode. I love that. Oh my God, practice mode. Stage rules in combat. Increased payout of silver promotion credits per knockout per league. It'd also be nice to have a way of saving our ISOs. For example, right now, Spider-Man 2099, I want him to be Raider inside of Cosmic Crucible, but in Arena, I want him to be Skirmisher. So there's just, I wish we could save that. Let me know what you think of these ideas. Please feel free to make suggestions. Costumes become one of the best methods to keep you plugged into the greater Marvel universe. We look at the favorite comics, television shows, and films to thread your roster with the tried and true classic unique designs and some ripped right from the silver screen. Here are a couple costumes coming from your eyes soon for your eyes to feast on. We've got an Iron Man and a Namor costume. There we go. Game mode improvements. We're always looking to freshen up existing game modes and features. Here's what's coming in the near future. Campaign hard difficulty. Get ready to take on new hard difficulty for campaign missions for a new challenge and new opportunities for rewards. In the next release, version 6.5, hard difficulty will be introduced with the first new chapters of the heroes and villain campaigns. Hard difficulties will grant different rewards than normal difficulty, offering a greater opportunity to stock up on Teal Origin gear, among other resources. Certain nodes will feature rewards in the form of character shards of older characters, including Phyla-Vell, but you'll probably be more excited to hear that 2 highly requested newer characters have shards available on nodes, including Wong and Cersei. So here's the controversy part about this, is that they last Friday they announced that Icarus and Cersei would be going to boosted drop rates in premium orbs and replace basically Kestrel and Deathpool. And Kestrel and Deathpool are going to go into Milestone 3 orbs, but they also just kind of tagged on that there was also going to be some additional availability for Cersei. And what that means to me is that Icarus is just not going to be available other than the 2% drop rate inside of premium orbs, which is not great. That is not farmable. That is not fountainable, whatever they want to call it. But it's bad. And basically they're going to keep Icarus unavailable other than wallet and purchasing. So that kind of makes me sad. But I do welcome having the ability to get Wong and Cersei on these new hard nodes that'll be coming here in the next patch. Additional chapters will get the hard difficulty treatment gradually being introduced over the time in 2022 and 2023. Please note that player level 75 is the minimum requirement to unlock hard difficulty. Future chapters might have higher requirements. All character requirements for those are the same as normal difficulties. Economy updates. Okay, we're going to get into this. They've added some new things. Reviewing the availability of resources is an important part of the game's evolution and progression. Here are some of the updates that we're looking to make. Earn previous unavailable and hard to get character shards and hard difficulty campaigns. And they mentioned that starting off with Wong and Cersei. Earn more teal gear in hard difficulty campaigns. Okay. Open teal gear war orbs in the war store for elite war credits. So this is something that we were anticipating like almost a year ago. And we're finally getting it. And hopefully this will allow more people continue their pursuit of getting Dormammu. So finally, teal war orbs in the war store for elite war credits. And then here, the raid store will be updated with 12 slots for orange unique gear pieces and 12 slots for purple unique gear pieces. Right now, there are, as far as the orange, there are 8. So this will be 4 more slots. And we're not entirely sure, 100% sure what this means, but I think this means at a minimum that we will be getting what the community refers to as 13s unique, but there's something called mini uniques, which the community calls 14s and 15s. Not sure if that'll be updated, but 4 more slots and access to the uniques is something to be expected. Quality of life improvements. Sometimes it's the little things that can make a big difference. We get lots of requests for minor changes that can streamline and generally improve experiences across all areas of the game. Here's a list of QOL improvements planned, many of which are coming sooner than later. Having the combat speed settings across all game modes. For example, if you set the combat at 3x in Arena, the setting will be active in Blitz. I leave it in 3x everywhere, so I didn't even know that was a thing. Save squads for war practice mode. That's right. Right now, when you do war practice modes and you save it, it saves it into that general, that first one. I wish it would have saved it in war, but if they're going to add a war practice mode, I think that's fine. In challenges, complete all available all wins that challenge with one button. I like that. And then this is the big one that everybody's excited about. A new retreat option in raids. Retreat ends a raid match without battle progress, no energy lost. And the lose battle button ends with the progress preserved, energy used. So that is an improvement from the way it is right now. For example, like if you go into a node and one of your characters gets deleted before you get to take a turn, you pretty much have to force close the app and you lose the energy. So this will stop you from having to force close the app, and it says no energy lost. So this will play out similar to the way that Scourges do. So it's kind of like the way that Scourges are currently. Emojis supported in chat. Yay, eggplant. All right. MarvelStrikeForce.com and MSF.gg. Among the exciting announcements will be made towards the end of 2021 was the acquisition of MSF.gg and the hiring of the site's new creators. Since then, a number of improvements have been made to the site, including the ability to view your resource inventory. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's there right now. One of the biggest improvements coming is the eventual unification of the contents of MSF.gg and MarvelStrikeForce.com. And I know a lot of people are skeptical of that because the web store on MarvelStrikeForce.com is so slow. Hopefully this does not impact the performance of MSF.gg. This means you'll be able to get all the benefits of both sites conveniently on a single site. Okay. The goal of the site unification is simple: create the best possible companion piece to Marvel Strike Force. Here are a few improvements you can look forward to in the not so distant future. Roster sync. Import your in-game roster data, which can be shared with other players. And that actually is a pretty useful feature. For example, if you are looking to find a new alliance or for recruitment tool, because that way, instead of having to send screenshots of your roster, someone can just see it on the website. Alliance sync, import information regarding your alliance, which can be shared. Alliance requirement tools make it easier for players to find like-minded alliances and for leaders and officers to recruit new members. All right, so here is the summary. This year was great, but next year will be off the chain, whatever that means. The dev team has been discussing a lot of fun ideas and reviewing player feedback to build a content calendar chock full of new challenges and rewards. We'll continue to keep you informed with the latest news about Marvel Strike Force each and every week here on the website. From everyone here at Boundless, we thank you for being on this epic journey with us and a valued member of the community. So overall, there's a lot of things here to unpack. I think most of it's in a positive direction. I wish this would have came out like 3 months ago or so, but I guess it's fine that we're getting it now. And Archangel, which has been largely rumored for a long time, is actually confirmed. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.